Scott, if you were to write Epic Disruptions 2.0 in 20 years, what emerging areas might you bet on as seeds of tomorrow's epics?
John, one of the things that I think is most interesting to me. So 2022, I had lived in Singapore for 12 years, moved back to the United States, decided it's time for a career transition, start career 2.0, go from consulting to teaching. One of the things that's in my mind is consulting is very fatiguing. You're always fighting. You're fighting against the client, the problem, the world, sometimes your own team. Like academia, it'll be nice and safe. It doesn't change at all. And then 3 months after I joined the faculty, ChatGPT comes out. I say, all right, here we go. And then you have political changes, and the world of higher education is going through the beginning of what will be an epic disruption. So I think in 20 years, there will be a chapter on the universities that responded to the moment well and drove the next generation of growth and those that didn't. And I think they will maybe not disappear. Lots of reasons make that harder than in other industries, but I think lose their position of prominence in the world. So universities, one big space. My old industry, professional services, consulting. I will tell you from talking to the leaders of professional services organizations, the world stands at a crossroads. There are a group of people who are extremely excited about artificial intelligence, what it can do to improve client service, what it can do to drive efficiency and effectiveness. There's a group of people who say, I'm not sure what we have unleashed here. We are helping our clients be better than us, and we are withering and atrophying our ability to develop young talent. The essence of our model is going to disappear. So I think McKinsey, one way or another, will feature in Epic Disruptions 2.0. And then the third and final one that I would say, the clean tech world is a fascinating world. I almost wrote and decided the story is still very much being written, a chapter on clean tech in the book. But 20 years from now, I think we're going to have some clarity. And I think a lot of the things that are happening right now will come together in ways that people don't expect, because that's always what happens. And I think we're going to see some really interesting, and the optimist in me thinks powerfully and good things happen over the course of the next 20 years. I very much hope I'm right about this.
I'm going to ask you just to follow on since you brought up AI, and I'm going to go back to the printing press. You end up drawing fascinating parallels between the printing press and generative AI. And I know one thing that I get more questions about on this show than anything else is, how do I shape my career now that AI is disrupting it, especially for those coming out of college, like you just mentioned with the McKinsey business model? What can today's youth and leaders learn from those who lived through that first information revolution?
Fantastic question. So the printing press really changed everything. Before the printing press, you could basically take all the books in the world and put them in a wagon. By 1500, there are millions of books that are being produced. So really democratized knowledge and enabled knowledge to spread, and had lots and lots of knock-on effects. So I think a few things that I would say, if you look at parallels from that to today's information revolution. Number one, expect more people are going to know more things. This net is a very good thing for the world. The more people who have more knowledge, the further that we can push things. Number two, go and adopt and embrace the new technology. I teach a class at Tuck, generative AI and consultative decision making. It's a laboratory. Half of our graduates go into consulting. So let's say in this safe space of an academic environment, no holds barred, let's see what we can do if we really play. Do that. Go and adopt the new technology and push it. Ethan Malik from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania says the price of admission for AI is 3 sleepless nights. At first, if you're somebody who's got experience, you'll want to use it like Google. You'll learn that's not what you should do, and there's lots of other great things you should do. So that's the second. And the third is stay curious, keep learning, keep thinking of new things, keep remembering that timeless proverb that magic happens at intersections. I think the more that we keep looking to learn and keep looking to see new things, the more we've got a foundation where we can use whatever tool it is, whether it's the tool that Aristotle did not like, the pencil to write things down, or it's the printing press, or it's artificial intelligence. The more we can use that tool to achieve great things. As I said, am an optimist. I think that AI is something that really can have powerful transformational potential, but we have to make sure that we keep learning, we keep knowing how to use it. Look, you can go to a gym and bring a forklift and lift any amount of weight that you want. That's not why you go and lift weights at the gym. You lift weights at the gym to get stronger. Do the same thing with your mind.
Yeah, I remember, I think Tom Bilyeu said this, that the greatest asset that differentiates us from any other species is our ability to continuously learn. Yet it's the one thing so many of us put on the back burner. But I agree with you in this next era, being a continuous learner and trying to start thinking about being 5 to 10 years in the future in your thinking is, I think, what's going to differentiate those who are able to really maximize their impact over the next 2 decades compared to those who get stuck where they are.